I remember last year being at Coach K's house and watching Selection Sunday, and to be here for a second time and have an opportunity like this again is just such a tremendous feeling and a great opportunity to capitalize on. And Fresno State, actually my friend goes there, my good friend that used to go to my high school. He goes to Fresno State, and we're aware that Fresno State is a very good team. They have a lot of athletes. You know, they like to turn you over. They're very good defensively, and they're on a 9-game winning streak. So we have to be dialed in. But I'm excited. This is exciting. This is what March Madness is about.
To be completely honest, my only reaction is that we're going to be playing a really good team. I've got a lot of respect for Rodney Terry and his staff. And the number didn't have any, I didn't think twice about the number. You know, it was all about who are we playing so we can get started with the prep, where are we playing and when, and then start kind of charting the course. But, you know, we just had 3 real physical games in Vegas, 3 in a row. NCAA tournament teams, as it turns out, with USC getting a bid as well. So we're happy to be a part of it and just kind of ready to jump in and start working.
You know, Fresno, they're a really good team. You know, they beat San Diego State, of course, in the Mountain West Championship, and you know they got a lot of great players. You know, they had the Mountain West leading scorer in Marvell Harris. And, you know, they got a great point guard, Cesar Guerrero. So, you know, that's a tall task for us for trying to defend those 2 guys, and you know they have multiple other guys too. So you know it's going to be a challenge for us for sure.
You know, from what I've heard and I've kind of seen, and I've watched some Mountain West games. They have a great player, the player of the year in their conference. You know, they get out in the passing lanes a lot like how Oregon was. They like to speed teams up. A lot of athletes, so it'll be a tough challenge.
I think we all know that they're a very tough team. They just beat San Diego State in their championship game. They have their league's MVP, so it's definitely a team you got to be prepared for. Just like any other team in March too. Like, it's just no matter who you're playing now, it's going to be a tough game. We all know that, and we got to be 100% prepared.
We're in the guys are upstairs right now tackling a bunch of film on the Bulldogs, and we'll be watching all that tonight. We'll get back together tomorrow morning as a staff and break it down, offense and defense. We've also got to take a look at Seton Hall and Gonzaga. You know, you got to start. Best case scenario, you don't want to be caught Thursday night trying to scramble to find. So we've got to figure it out. Our staff does a great job. Our assistant coaches and film people, it's unbelievable. So I have no doubt that we're going to get our hands on some stuff, and then we'll come in and we're in spring break, which is fantastic timing for our players to not have to juggle class right now, and it'll give us a lot of flexibility as far as when we can practice. But we'll come in with some film and rehab tomorrow and probably a lighter practice, and then get ready to go heavy on Tuesday. And my guess is the NCAA probably gets to Denver on Tuesday night, and then we'd have a practice on Wednesday, and then boom, there it's game time. So not a whole lot of time.
I think it's a little difference, as in you know, we've been there before. I think that's the biggest thing for us. We have you know, at least 7 guys that have played in the dance, and I think that'll help out big time for us.
I love our guys. I love the way they prepped all year and the way they approach games and the way they practice and do all those things. But I don't think there's any magic with having been to the NCAA tournament and expecting it to be any easier. You know, it's a grind and it's a challenge, and we can throw all the rankings, the numbers, the streaks, and the scrapbook out the window this time of year, because this is the time where you're playing that 40-minute game, and you better be pretty focused on things you know for sure, and having that experience is not necessarily an advantage. We got to get guys to play.
We have a little bit of advantage with the elevation and maybe it being a little closer for us and for them. But it really doesn't matter in a postseason do or die kind of game like this, because if you kind of rely on little advantages like this, it's not gonna get you to win. You still got to go out there and go and play 100%.
Well, you know, I'm going to be real hesitant about talking about any advantages. I think it's known that when you train at altitude, it's beneficial. So everybody's going to be sucking wind at Denver a little bit, and hopefully we've trained a little bit used to some of that capacity. But you know, I hope our fans show up. We've had a great following. We had a great following in Vegas, and it's not out of the question to get from Salt Lake to Denver. So very positive stuff, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's an advantage.
Do you feel better going in this year than you did a year ago?
Yeah, and kind of know a little bit. It's kind of like the same feeling because it's a great opportunity. Where it's an NCAA March Madness, we're one of those top teams to be in this tournament is just so surreal. Just to have a second opportunity like this is amazing.
And my brain is not really wired that way right now. It doesn't have anything to do with what we've done. It's what we're going to try to do now. So I can't say I'm comfortable with where we are. I'm kind of on edge. I'm ready to practice. I've always been a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, or you make the most of it. And I would never wish for our team to lose a game. But upon further reflection, after what happened to us last night, I don't know if it's a bad thing. It's pretty eye-opening. It exposed us in a couple areas. If we're going to have success from this point forward, we can't turn the ball over. We can't get pounded on the glass. We can't come out with a deer in the headlights look in our eyes and expect to have any success. So that's what I'm focused on, is what I can control right now, not like how am I feeling emotionally, where's our team, all this kind of stuff. It's not on my mind.